Hello and thanks for joining me for a bit of SpaceBourne 2. So this game is in early development, early access. There's a lot to it. I will not go into a great detail of all the story and everything. We'll just jump straight in. So hit new game and we create our character here. Got a bunch of different stats that we can add 35 points to. I'm going to pump a fair stack of that into intelligence. All these stats. So you have soldier, pilot and adventurer. So pilot goes to do with anything when you're in your spaceship. Soldier is to do with anything when you're on the ground. And adventurer is for more like for things like scanning and exploration and mining and all that sort of thing. But intelligence will give you experience bonuses for all of these things. And so I'll pump a fair bit into intelligence to start with, and we can raise all of the rest of these as we go along. A few into these. Let's see. Try and get at least 8 in each one. That should do me. Now you can choose a background for your character. We've got a pirate class, captain, freelancer. If you want to stop and read all these, you can just hit pause and read them. You've got mercenary, explorer and merchant. The game is all going to be exactly the same, at least at this point. It just, depending on which one you choose, gives you different bonuses. And we're going to go with freelancer. It does seem to be the most popular, and the reason for that is this extra experience, which is always good. So we'll move on to appearance. And there's a lot of things that you can change here. Like you can go in and you can, you know, change the nose and everything like that. You know, your typical sort of character creation stuff. I don't put a lot of time into that because you never really see your face very often anyway. Just going to choose one of the presets, that'll do. Change the eyes around, give them a blind eye. Yeah, we're not going to spend a lot of time on that. Put tattoos and makeups if you want. You can have a female character, but alright, move along. The other thing, change hair. I will change hair. You do see the back. Let's give him that one, I think. It's only really two long-haired ones to choose from. Let's just put a bit of a purpley tinge in. That'll do. I'm not going to muck around with that too much, but you can spend as much time as you want in there. We're going to give him a name. And then we go into the loading screen. And we'll do our first mission. So all the voices in this are currently, there is voice acting, but it's all done by AI voices. So it's a little bit janky. But this game is made by just one dude all by himself. So it's pretty impressive for just a one person team. And it's telling us we can sprint, shift. Now, one thing it doesn't tell you right at the start is you can hit G anytime that you're outside and use your jetpack. And it's a lot quicker than running, and you won't run out of energy. And then you just hit G again when you want to land. Now it doesn't really matter which
when do you plan on paying my rent?
Doesn't really matter which options you choose at this point of development. They all seem to get the same responses.
Doing more routine work? Our connector always has many freelance jobs available. When was the last time you spoke to him? Be quiet and listen to me for once in your life. You know how much I love you and how much respect I have for your father. I can't good conscience allow you to continue wasting away your life like this. I've let things slide for far too long. It's about time that you started carrying your own weight around here. So I need you to do something for me. You will go and get a freelance job from Connector. Good luck.
Okay. So, some of the voices later on are a little bit better than that one. And some of the translations can be a bit funny as well, but I mean, aside from that, this is a very, very addictive game. So we'll go talk to this dude. And whenever you don't get any options, you just have to press the two skips or two spacebar. So aside from choosing this with your mouse, you can also press 1 or 2.
Well, there is this one combat mission, but they specifically requested a minimum of SX for class ships. That thing shouldn't even be categorized as a ship. It's made up of so many different ship parts. I couldn't even begin to guess its class, let alone its usefulness. You know it's a miracle it hasn't torn itself apart just leaving the atmosphere. Okay, I'm going to stick my neck out a little for old time's sake. But if anyone asks, just say you made a false statement about your ship's class. I don't want to lose my license over your crazy antics. Don't make me regret this. Good luck.
Okay. So now we're going to go find our ship. Just going to use our jetpack. So if you run, you can run, and you'll run out of energy, and then you'll be back to slow walking again. Jetpack's a lot quicker, so come up to the front of the ship. When you get close to the all the different ships have different areas where you enter. Most of them at the front. This is your starting ship. Press F and we're inside. Hold R down and we'll take off. Press C to change the camera. Give you the outside view rather than the cockpit view, which I prefer. Alright, and we're just going to head straight up into the sky. Pressing W to go forward and shift for the thrusters. Once you hit the edge of the atmosphere, it'll tell you to hold down your thrusters to exit. This is a slow old ship. There we go. Okay. Now, down here is your energy distribution of your ship. This is your engines, your weapons and your shields. This is what the tutorial doesn't teach you.
To start warp,
First, open the scanner interface. Here you can see the locations to warp.
I'm going to close that because I'll explain what we're doing. So, now if you want to get your cursor like this, you press H. And if you want to go back to normal control with your mouse, press H again, and we're back to normal control. So, as I was saying down here, yeah, this is your ship energy. And this one here is your engines, this one's your weapons, this one's your shields. You can change that distribution. It'll normally be like this. And you can change that around with your arrow keys. So if you want to put all your energy into engines, which will help you go a bit faster, then you just hit the left arrow. You can hit it a couple of times. Hit the right arrow to put it into shields. Press the down arrow will reset it. Press up will go to your weapons. So when I'm traveling, typically put it all into engines, and when we get into a fight, sort of put more into the weapons and the shields. So now it's asking us to open the scanner with T, select the mining station, which is not letting me do that for some reason. Why won't you let me select that?
Warp drive online.
It's already selected. So I'm just going to there we go. I'm going to skip that bit just by pressing B. It'll bring it up. For some reason, it wouldn't let me select it. So this game does have a few bugs, a few issues that pop up now and then. It's always a good idea to save quite often. So this is going to bring us into our first mission.
Are you here on scout mission? I specifically requested those with ships above SX4. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure you can complete this task with this floating junk. Don't rush. Let's make sure the ship is in good condition first, shall we? Let's start. Can you move right and left?
Yep. Okay, so D and A.
Good. Let's see your hover thrusts.
And most of these I don't really use that often.
Nice.
You'll
Give me
use
some rolls.
R and V when you're landing and taking off. That's about it. Rolling I use it
Now let's see if your
occasionally.
turbo thrusters are in good shape. Not bad. Finally, let's try dodge moves.
And the dodges I never really use either.
Let's check your combat systems. Let's activate your weapons. I'm sending you a target with no shield, so you can easily destroy this target with your turrets. Now activate your turret's weapon group. Beautiful. Now let's try a target with shield. Activate your laser weapons. Not bad, but it is easy to hit stationary points. For dynamic targets, you should first lock it. Now lock the target I sent. Good. Since you're using a fighter class ship, we need to check the pursuit system as well. Let's try it now.
Target shields down.
Try to use your lasers to shut down the target shield. Good. Now switch your weapon group to one and destroy its hull.
Yep. Step ahead of you, buddy.
Well done. I think you are good to go.
I guess you're the pilot who took the job. We have been seeing unusual activity in this asteroid field for a while. Unidentified scout ships patrolling the area. We want you to take care of them.
Okay, so now we're going to shoot a couple of ships. And then we're going to be landing on a little station and doing some groundwork. Let's turn our weapons off for a sec. Power back into engines for the moment. Okay. Alrighty.
Hey, these are just scout ships. We need to find out why they're here. Give me a second. There's a station up ahead that was destroyed by an asteroid impact. I see a movement there.
Okay.
We need to find out what they're hiding there. Would you sneak up there and check it out?
So now you can see up here we've got a little plus sign. That means that we've leveled up in our piloting skill. And so you get 3 points. Once you've filled these up and the next one, then you get to choose a perk. So 1, 2, 3. When we level up again, we'll get another 3 points. And you need to fill that one plus the next one, and then you get to choose one of these perks. And the first one I'm going to go for in piloting is going to be this cooldown speed on our heat rate of our weapons, so that we can fire our weapons a bit more often without them getting overheated all the time, which can tend to be a bit of a pain in the butt in the early game. So yeah, we're going to head up here to this station rack. Put all my energy back into the engines down here. And every different ship has perks. And down the bottom right you can see there's a number 3 that says cloak. If I go down here, that means you hit number 3 to activate that perk. And this mission is sort of like it's a tutorial mission, so it's going to ask me to do that. And
I don't believe it. They set up a secret base here. Watch out. They shouldn't notice you, or they can destroy everything, including you. Try to get close.
so now I've tried preemptively cloaking before he tells me to, and it stuffed me up because it's got a cooldown on it. So you have to sort of let the tutorial ninja take over.
They set up turrets around. I see your ship as a cover. Use it now.
Now we can use it.
Good. Now move slowly and don't fire any weapon, or they can locate you. We have to get into that building, but you can't get there with your ship. I know it's dangerous, but you have to leave that ship and neutralize those pirates. I will give you extra reward for that. I found a blind spot for your ship. You should leave your ship there and get off.
Okay, so we're just going to hold G. No, we're not quite close enough to his spot. There we go.
I see you don't have any weapons on you. Let's find you some firearms. Give me a second. I found some weapons and ammunition there. Go on, equip them before the encounter.
Okay. Yeah, there are 2 boxes here.
Good.
Make sure you get
Now
both
go
of
to
them.
that platform and neutralize the pirates.
Okay. Yeah, I'm typically not the best when it comes to first-person shooters. I'm not low enough. Why are you not letting me land? There we go. Alright. Find some cover. I can. I don't think I can. Take out this guy. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes when you take down enemies, you'll see this pink line going up. That means there's something there that they've dropped. And it's some junk. Okay. Yeah, there is another guy inside. Could have used my jetpack to save a bit of running time, but you can't use your weapons while you're using your jetpack. Yeah, there's a guy around this corner. The stuff you do, yeah, is random each time. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not as good as the one I'm wearing already. Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple more guys come in.
Watch out. There's a drop ship approaching you. Take cover.
Okay, hear that beeping? Means someone's chucked a grenade. That's outside. Sometimes they blow themselves up. Quite funny. Don't think he did in this case. There he is. Oh, there's another one. Alright. Alright, we've got some stuff there. I think there's still another guy or two around. There he is.
They send a bomber to destroy the evidence. Get back to your ship now. Don't stand still.
Alright. Back to our ship.
Shield recharging.
Alright.
Weapons online.
Take care of this guy.
Weapons overheat.
Of course they're overheated.
Target shields down.
That's it.
Target
I can't see
destroyed.
any activity around. You did a great job. Come to AXA. Your rewards are waiting for you.
Okay. Okay, so that's the first mission. We'll just go and hand that in, and That'll kind of kick off the main storyline. Start heading us into our next mission, which kind of opens up a few other things. This is quite a long intro in this game. It does take quite a bit to get through the initial tutorials. I'm going to close that. It's just telling you how to land, which is pretty straightforward. So you find a landing pad. There it is. Press N to bring your landing gear down. Then you can press V. And there we go. Now we're going to hold G to get out. And we're going to go and speak to this guy.
Great job out there. Now any criminal will have to think twice before attempting to steal from us. And going to transfer the money to your account. This old thing. It's an old piece of junk I found in the remnants of an old battlefield. Come to think of it, it was right in the system on the moon 189-1. It turned out to be useless though. I couldn't detect any signs of activity in it. Why do you ask? Why are you so interested in it? It must be of some sentimental value. Here's a counteroffer. How about you take the head, and I keep the money I was going to pay you?
So once again, in this dialogue so far, it doesn't matter which options you choose. It brings you to the same results.
Where I found it. As for more parts, I could find none. But then again, I didn't stick around there too long. It's not exactly the safest of places. But if you want to risk going there, be my guest. I've added the location to your scanner. Just be aware though, I'm not sure if you've ever been to an old battlefield. Those places can be a very dangerous maze. You never know what you're going to run into. I wouldn't go there alone if I were you.
So once again, it doesn't really matter which one of these you choose. It's just going to tell you the same thing.
I just happen to be in a good mood today. It just so happens that I need to collect some things from that area. If you clear the area of any undesirables, I'll gather the drone parts for you, while I take care of my own business. Great. Send me a signal when the area is cleared. Good luck.
Okay, so we've done our first mission, and now we've got our next mission. These are still sort of tutorial missions, I guess, and I mean most of the missions, or most of the main storyline missions in this game, which do take quite a while to get through, but most of them, they are sort of still tutorial missions. There's quite a lot of stuff in this game. But that is going to do it for today's episode, and we'll continue this on a bit later on in episode 2. So if you did enjoy this, please give me a like or a comment down below. If you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you again in the next episode. Thanks for watching.